Hello and welcome to our fifth TILO Presents session via Google Hangouts on Air on this Wednesday, January 13th of 2016. My name is Jennifer Bangle and I'm the technology coach for Vermilion Local Schools, and I will be the moderator for today's presentation. We're very glad that you were able to join us today. For today's session, Anne Radefeld and Stephanie Sholtis will be presenting 15 excellent extensions, and this session is scheduled to be approximately 45 minutes long with time at the end for questions. If you are new to Hangouts on Air, here are a few things you should know. First, you can watch this via either the Google Plus event page or on the YouTube link that was sent in your registration email. And for your questions to the presenters during the session, there's a Q&A button on the left side of the Google Hangout. It's an aqua button. Click on that and the Q&A panel will show up on the right side. If that's not working for you, please feel free to also post your questions on the Google Plus events page, and I will check those periodically throughout the presentation and pass those on to Anne and Stephanie. And other than the question and answer, there is not a chat feature available for this Hangout. So any conversation, please use the Q&A. I will let Anne and Stephanie introduce themselves, and then they will go ahead and begin the presentation today. Thanks, Anne and Stephanie.
Thanks, Jen. Hi, my name is Anne Radefeld. I am the curriculum facilitator for the North Royalton City Schools. I have been in my position for 3 years. I mostly work with teachers on a one-to-one basis, and I do technology integration in the classroom. Additionally, I do district-wide professional development, and I've also presented at numerous conferences in the state. Stephanie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Sholtis and I'm a tech integration specialist in the Brunswick City Schools. This is actually my first year in the position. It's pretty exciting because we're rolling out one-to-one. At the high school it's already happened, and the middle schools it's happening on Saturday, distribution. I've also taught 4th grade and 8th grade prior to coming into this position, and like Anne, I've done a lot of professional development in the district, in Brunswick, and also at state and local conferences. So glad to be here today.
Stephanie and I thought we could share with you some of our favorite extensions, and it's great because we have collaborated through this completely virtually. We've met each other before, but all of our presentation was done virtually. So we have some Google Slides that we're going to share with you. All of our links are posted on the TILO Google Plus page. Right now I'm going to share my screen with you and show you my presentation here. We did a today's meet for any type of question and answer that you may have. And also we have posted a Google Doc. I am going to start off with the first extension that we're going to show. And this is one of my favorites. It's called AdBlock Plus. AdBlock Plus is an extension, and actually let me take a step back. All of the extensions are found in the Chrome Web Store. So I often recommend teachers to go to the Chrome Web Store to find apps and extensions that they can use to make their Google browser more robust. Google Chrome is a very simple browser, but you can add things to really customize it to exactly what you want. So AdBlock Plus is one of these extensions that you can add. It looks like this when you find it in the Chrome Web Store. And up here at the very top of my browser, you can see it. It's the small, it looks like a stop sign, and it says ABP. Now, if you are using Google Apps for Education, all of the ads are blocked anyway. However, this is a very useful app to use or extension to use if you are at home, or even if you're not in Google Apps for Education. It blocks every ad. It even blocks those annoying YouTube ads that you get, like the commercials in YouTube. So all of your ads are blocked. Stephanie, I will let you take over for the second one.
Sure. Okay, the next one on our list is called Checklist for Google Drive. And this, if you can see the picture here, it appears in your extension list, and it shows you when you've been notified of an edit shared file by a shared user. So this is really important for me since my team and I collaborate daily on projects and doc slides. I can see what they're working on and the updates they've made. Another benefit to using Checker Plus for Google Drive is it's an easy way to go ahead and just access your drive. Using the extension, it takes you right in there and you can edit and manage your drive this way. So it's just another shortcut that'll help you get to Drive. Anne?
Okay, I'm going to come back and show Digo right now. Digo, let me screen share again here. Digo is an app. Oh, I'm struggling with this screen share. Hang on. Digo is an app that, or an extension that allows you to annotate a web page. I apologize for this here. And if you are in the Chrome Web Store, this is what it looks like. It looks like that big D. And again, I apologize, I'm having some issues with the screen share. What Digo does is any type of web page that you have, it will allow you to annotate that page and share with students. So what it will do is, again, I'm having issues with my screen share, so I apologize one more time. I'm not sure if I can actually show you here how it works. But what it does is it will take your web page. You can highlight on a web page, or you can actually write notes on a web page and share that with others. So Stephanie, I'll let you take over there.
Sure. The next one on the list is Evernote Clipper, and this is anything online, including text, emails, and images into your Evernote account with a single click. I use this daily when I find articles or blog posts that I plan to share with teachers in my district. My team has a shared Evernote account to collect PD ideas, and then from there we can disseminate these out to teachers. So to illustrate what that looks like, I have an article pulled up here, and if I decide, hey, this is something I think I want to share with teachers, I'm going to clip it into Evernote just for a convenience of storage and also to share with my team members. I launched the extension over here with the elephant, and I have some options. I usually clip as either an article or the simplified article. From there, I can specify where in my Evernote account I want to store it. So I have different notebooks made. I lots of times collect fresh ideas, I call them, for our blog posts. I can add tags just to help me easily sort and identify and organize. So I might say Chromebooks and teachers. And then from there, I hit save, and it'll populate into my Evernote account. It syncs right up. So if I come into Evernote here and refresh my screen, hopefully it pops up. It should be the first one layered right on top. And here it is, 3 reasons about Chromebooks. And then from there I can type, if I want to say, share this as a fresh idea in February, I can modify this way. And it just makes it a really great place to collect and store PD for me and my team. So Anne, back to you. Oh no, actually I'm up next for Extensions Manager here, actually. So in the slides presentation, we're on number 5, Extensions Manager, aka Switcher. I know Anne uses Extensity, and really any kind of extension manager is pretty critical when you get going with extensions and find a lot you like, because they do take up memory on your device and they can slow down its performance. So this is a way you can easily turn extensions on and off with the click of a button as you need them. So to illustrate what this looks like, the extension is over here, and it populates a screen with all of the extensions I have gotten from the Chrome Web Store. And the ones that are checkmarked here are the ones that I currently have on. I can easily turn on and off extensions just by clicking. If I turn on Clearly, it's going to populate here where my extensions live, and I can turn it off very easily as well. And then from there I can also remove extensions and look up information, and I do like too that it gives a brief little overview of what the extension is. When you get so many, sometimes you forget exactly what they do, so that is also very helpful as well. Next on our list is Google Tone, so I'll turn that over to Anne.
Thanks, Stephanie. I would like to show you Google Tone. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to screen share this, but Google Tone is it's an extension that allows you to share your website by a tone, literally by a tone. And so what it does is your computer broadcasts a tone to another computer, and that tone will allow the secondary computer to pick up the website, and it shares it. It gives you an example of your website for the next person. I really do want to share this with you and show you, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to.
And how can I assist here?
Is it working now?
Yeah, I see your Hangout screen. So just to the tab.
Okay.
No.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so let me show you a little bit about Google Tone. So if you could hear that, that was the tone that Google shares. What will happen is at the lower right portion of your screen, a window pops up and it says, Anne Radefeld shared this with you. And then you can click on it and it will take you directly to the website that I shared with the tone. The next one that Stephanie is next, so she's going to share Grammarly with you.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen here. And Grammarly, extension that's right free on the web. And it's very useful when writing emails. And students can also take great benefit in this extension because as they're creating and writing a Google Doc, it's doing spell check for them. But if they want a grammar check, this extension will also help them. There is a little workaround I have to demonstrate. But first, I'll show you what happens in an email. In the body of my email, if I go ahead and spell dog wrong and add 2 G's, Grammarly is working here in the bottom right corner, and I see that there's a Q and it red squiggly lined it. And so all I need to do is hover over dog, and I can do the correction that way. I find this super beneficial when I'm writing emails using the extension Grammarly. The other use for it is in a student essay. If they're writing in docs, I have a text here copied, and I'm going to go ahead and launch the Grammarly extension. I'm going to create a new document. After it's done loading, I'm just going to paste my text into the body of the Grammarly document. Go back here. And it's pasted. It will take a minute here, but Grammarly picked up some of the spelling errors I have, and it's also picking up some words that I have confused. I wrote the wrong homophone for new, and same thing here. I confused full, should not be there. So it's picking up more than just spelling errors, which is, I think, a great benefit for students. The next extension on our list is Office Editing for Doc Sheets and Slides. This was actually pushed out to all of the teachers in our district as we transitioned over to using Google from Microsoft Office. And the reason why I find this extension so beneficial is that it works in the background, so you won't actually see this extension, but it's always there and working with your Microsoft Office files. So if you look at my extensions here, you won't see Office Editing. But I know that it's working because when I'm in Google Drive, I have a Word document here. This was a paper I wrote for a class. I know it's a Word document different from a doc because of the W here in the file name. So when I open this as a Word document in Google Drive, if I didn't have the extension, I wouldn't be able to edit it. But now, since I have the extension running, I can edit it. If you look in my Omni box over here, you'll see that Chrome extension comes first in the file URL, and so that's also how I know that the extension is running in the background. And again, if I didn't have this, all I could do would be to preview this file in Google Drive. I'd actually have to go out into Microsoft Word to edit it. So another extension that I find to be very beneficial. Next on our list here is print friendly and PDF, and I answered in the Q&A, this is by far my favorite extension. This was introduced to all the high school and middle school teachers as we've gone one-to-one, and I just think this is a great extension because it helps you not only save paper. In our district, we are limited with our paper counts. They want us to save paper and go green, and it also ensures that online articles are student friendly. All too often you find a great article online and then it's littered with advertisements and junk, and it related nothing to the article, and sometimes they can be inappropriate too. So this is going to clean up the articles that you can use with your students by removing that sidebar junk, ads, and any unnecessary text and pictures. It also helps you to save your articles easily as PDFs and change the font size. So to demo what this extension does, I pulled up an article here on Chromebooks, and if I would go to print this, I would run into some issues with all that's going on in this article. So when I launch the extension, that's Google URL, next to it is print friendly here. Voila, it cleans up the article and makes it so much more user-friendly for reading. If I want to go even further, I can remove all the images by clicking this button. I can also just click on the picture and it's deleted from the article. I've already increased the text size. It's normally 100%, but for those students with visual impairments, you can make the adjustment. You can also email this directly out to your students, create a PDF. So if you do that, save it to your desktop, drag it into Google Drive, and then you can share it if you're using Google Classroom or a learning management system with your students, whatever you may be using. You can share the link easily and, of course, print it. The other thing I do want to point out is it gives you the citation here for where the article originated from. So I think that's pretty important as we're working with our students on citing online sources. So another one of my very favorites. And the next extension we have for you is one more that I have before I turn it over to Anne, and it's called Save to Google Drive. And this extension allows you to quickly and easily save links and images directly into your Google Drive. It's great for collecting links, images, and information for projects. I have so many projects I'm working on, and I find this extension very useful when I'm out on the internet. So I have a picture here of a Chromebook, and this extension is very convenient because when I right-click on the picture, this extension is launched and I can just save it to my Google Drive as either a link or an image. So it just saves you the step of having to drag it and drop it from your desktop or worried about where you're downloading it to. So I'm going to click Save the Image to my Google Drive. And you can see the screen here shows me that it has saved. And I like this because I can rename it. All too often the names are really confusing and sometimes unrelated, and they don't even identify the picture. So I can rename it. I can locate it right in my drive here. I can delete it if I need to by sending it to trash. So I'm going to go ahead and toggle over to my drive and show you how the picture just populated right in there. A little bit of lag time here. And there is the Chromebook picture. I actually have two in there. So it just imported it right into my drive. So Anne, I'll turn it over to you.
Hey, Anne, you're muted. Unmute your microphone.
Okay, thank you. I just want to take a minute and show you Digo now that I'm working here. So I have the Edutopia website up here, and I want to show you how I can annotate this website or this web page. If I want to, I can highlight certain things. Here we go. I'll highlight this resolutions for the new year. If I right-click on it and select highlight, it will highlight it in yellow. And also up here, you can see at the top right of my screen, I now have a menu. So I can even highlight in different colors using the right-click or using my menu up here. Maybe I want to highlight in green. If I want to bookmark this, I can. Okay, I can save it, and I can add a sticky note. So I can add a sticky note here, and I can type something saying, what are your resolutions for the new year? And when I save that, it actually saves on the web page, and it saves in my Digo account. So I can show an annotations list for this page. In my Digo account, I can go to my library, and I can share any of these with somebody in my district or a colleague. I can share by email, and the person will receive my email as it is annotated. So that is what I wanted to show earlier with Digo. I will move on to the next one, which is Screencastify. Screencastify is a screen video recording for Chromebooks and Chromeboxes, as you can see here. Screencastify is in the upper right of my screen, and it kind of looks like an old film strip. It records your screen, just as it says. You can click on that little icon at the top. You can start your recording, and Screencastify will record for you and save it to your drive. You can additionally save to YouTube. It will post your video to YouTube. If you want, you can highlight the screen, you can draw on the screen. It's really a great tool if you're doing a flipped classroom, if you're trying to get some information out to your staff. I do a lot of professional developments this way. I really like how it saves directly to my drive. So to stop it, I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to stop the recording your video to YouTube. There's my video. Okay, so it plays it right away. I can title it. And again, it's in my drive. You can see right here. If I wanted to share it to YouTube, I can do that by clicking the share button. I can select which YouTube channel I would like to share it on, and it uploads to YouTube. So that's Screencastify. Again, a great tool, especially for flipping the classroom. Next, I have a Share to Classroom button. So Share to Classroom is great if you have Google Classroom. Here I have an article. And let's say I wanted all of my students in my class to read this article from Tween Tribune. And I don't want to give them all this long email address. I can actually post it to their Google Classroom by clicking on this Share to Classroom that you see up here in the top right part of my screen. I click on the Share to Classroom extension, and I can choose which class to send this article to. I'm going to choose my experiment class, and you can see I can push it to students. I can create an assignment, I can ask a question, or make an announcement. Perhaps I just want to make an announcement, and I'm sharing this to my class. I can say, please read and prepare for tomorrow's discussion. And then I can post it for my class. That goes directly to my class, and now they have actually received an email saying that an announcement has been posted in their class. I think this is another really great and easy way to get assignments, to get articles out to my students, to get websites out to my students. I could also even combine this with Digo. They could be annotating this website and then sharing that back with me. I'm going to come down to Snagit. Again, a very similar concept to Share to Classroom, to Screencastify. I'm capturing something that I want on the internet. Snagit deals with images. It saves directly to my drive. I'm going to come back to this Tween Tribune article, and let's say I want to post this picture of this drone that I see here. I can click my Snagit extension, which is again found up in alongside of my Omnibox. I can click on the S for Snagit. On the right-hand side of my screen, I will get a menu that comes up asking me what I would like to snag. I usually go with the region, simply so I can very much pinpoint what I would like. And let's say I just want that picture. I'm clicking and dragging my mouse to select only that picture. And now you see that there is a camera right here. I can take a picture of that. And my Chrome extension comes up. I can name my extension and call it, or name my picture and call it drone. At the bottom, you may have seen syncing complete. Syncing complete means that it has saved directly to my Google Drive. Right now, there is a picture of this in my Google Drive. Snagit creates a TechSmith folder, and this picture, which I call drone, is there, right here, the picture of the drone. So it saves automatically. At this point, I can take this image and add it where I want to. Maybe I want to add it into a doc, an email, a slide. It just makes it very convenient for me to save images from the internet. My next two extensions go together. So numbers 14 and 15 really go together. Tab Resize and Tab Glue. We are gradually getting more and more Chromebooks in our district, and the Chromebook screen is very small. And if you have students working on a Chromebook, sometimes it's rather frustrating because you want them to see two things at one time. Tab Resize is a perfect option for this because Tab Resize will actually take all of the tabs that you have and they will allow you to put two windows side by side next to each other without having to manipulate the size of the window at all by using the Restore Down feature. The Tab Resize button looks like a square with an arrow pointing to the top right corner and the lower left corner. When I click on that button for my extension, as always, I have to approve it, I get a choice of how I want my windows to look. So maybe I want two windows side by side, almost in column looking like settings. I can do that and it changes my tab resize. I'm sure that probably messed up my screen share here because I am just sharing one of these. So what will happen next is I'm going to use tab glue to glue them back together. And it does look like these have stayed separate in the screen share. So you can see that here's one screen and here's the other. Tab glue, which is the other extension, tab glue actually glues these back together. My computer is a little slow here. I'm getting a dark screen, so we'll see what happens. But tab glue glues them. Okay, and with that, that is our last extension. So I am stopping my screen share. And we'll see, am I still here?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. My screen went dark now.
You're here.
Oh, good, here I am.
All right, well, we'll take just a few moments to make sure that all of our questions were answered. Again, those of you who are watching, if you could please ask Anne or Stephanie anything about these extensions by using the Q&A button on the left column. We'll just wait briefly for those. We want to thank Anne and Stephanie so much for presenting today. Really appreciate the opportunity to hear all of the valuable information we have to share as technology integration specialists. And your feedback will help this research in the future. Therefore, we would appreciate your feedback, and we'll be emailing you a brief evaluation for you to complete. The link is also available on the event page for this session. And again, you can jump through the registrants as soon as we are through. I also want to point out that our TILO calendar, go ahead and share that with you. So here are TILO, Technology Integration Leaders of Ohio screen, and if you go to the calendar, you'll be able to see upcoming events in the calendar. Okay, Anna, I don't see any remaining questions. Any last minute comments?
We can just point out one of our resources. We link you into the slide presentation. I see I've got one. But we also have a Google Doc here. I'm going to close out of Hangout. Okay. And we listed all of them in alphabetical order along with how you can use them. If you click on it, it'll take you to a link to the Chrome Web Store where you can add that extension if you're interested in it. And we also, down at the bottom here, and I don't think I'm screen sharing. Let me do that on the Google Doc. That would be easier. So again, if you click on the actual extension, it'll take you to the Chrome Web Store, show you our recommendation for how we are using it as well as teachers. And then also on page 2 of the doc, we have categorized them by how we see these extensions fitting in with our teaching and our PD. So we hope that you find at least one that's helpful and beneficial.
All right, Anna, thank you so much again for joining us and presenting today, and thank you for those of you watching this either now or later on, and we look forward to presenting more in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.